Hey, good morning, everyone. I am here as your host, Mr. Pensacola, and this is another News Today broadcast. Today, I have with me a special crew with me talking about 50 Shades of Pink. And if you don't know what that means, today, in fact, this whole month is dedicated to cancer awareness, right? In fact, breast cancer awareness is what we're going to be talking about specifically today. So do me a favor, if you're watching in your car, right, share this out, right? Make sure you're at a stoplight first. Don't share this out while you're driving. Now, if you're at home and you're watching this and you catch this live, go ahead, share this out for me. Let me know you're watching. Drop the word cancer in the chat. Let me know. In fact, drop the word beat cancer. That's what I want you to do. Hashtag beat cancer in the chat. Do that for me and share this out. This only takes 2 thumb clicks, right? You see us live, hit that share button, pass it to your feed, and let everyone know that Pensacola is live. We want you to turn the news off and turn your community up. And we're here with a whole crew, and I'm going to introduce a part of the crew, and I'm going to let them give you the full details about themselves. So let me start with Miss Sharon Jones from Freewill Ministries is in the house. How y'all doing today? How you doing today, Miss Jones? And I should say Mrs. Jones. Let me get it right. Let me say Mrs. Jones. And then I also want to introduce Miss Tawana Cooper, who is a nurse practitioner in the house. How you doing, Miss Tawana? Secondly, I want to introduce, in fact, third, I want to introduce Dr. Catherine Powell. That's right, Dr. Catherine Powell, and I'll let you tell her story, Miss Jones, in just a second. So, Miss Jones, go ahead and finish introducing the rest of our panelists, and let's get into a quick conversation about breast cancer awareness.
Good evening or good morning. I'm so delighted to be a part today and to have these wonderful ladies joining me. These are my friends, and they are here to talk with me about breast cancer awareness. And we have so much to talk about on today. So we're just going to chat with you, and we're going to communicate about some of our experiences with breast cancer, as well as some medical information about breast cancer awareness. Not only that, we're going to talk about our upcoming event, 50 Shades of Pink, Luncheon, and breast cancer awareness. So let's get started. Okay, so I guess it's on me.
Yeah, go ahead and get us started. I'll let you take it off. I'll let you kick it off.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about the upcoming 50 Shades of Pink. How about that? And then we'll move into other things. But we have a phenomenal women, Freewill Ministries. It's a event, a social involving women of the community, and we decided to put together about 5 years ago this event dealing with breast cancer awareness, the 50 Shades of Pink Luncheon and Fashion Show. And the reason why we did this, because we wanted to bring awareness to breast cancer and the effects of breast cancer, and encouraging women to get their medical exams on a routine basis. And sometimes, unless you pull women together and they hear from other women real life experiences, they don't realize how serious breast cancer is. So this is our way of just providing information to the community and bringing them into awareness of what breast cancer is and how we can go about getting our routine exams, And they can also hear the real life experiences of others who have gone through breast cancer and survived breast cancer. Not only that, we're going to honor uh, 6 women of the community who have experienced breast cancer. And we want to do this just by showing them love, showing them support, letting them know that their sister have their back. Although they have experienced a trauma in their life, that they are not alone. And they may have been healed from that trauma, but yet they still need the support of a sister. So therefore, this is our purpose of providing support to women of the community to let them know we're bonding together. We are sisters for life, and we want to be able to show them some love on this day that maybe some have not received and have a heart desire for. So we want to make sure that the women in the house feel love and that love is spread abroad over the community.
Oh man, that's awesome. So this is why you're doing this, right? Is to spread the love, show love, and support women and build up women. I feel like men need a support system, right? Because y'all will be doing y'all thing. The women be getting together and doing y'all thing. We gotta figure out how to do this together with the men as well. Now, is Phenomenal Women a ministry of Freewill Ministries? Tell me about Phenomenal Women and why they're doing this. Help me understand Phenomenal Women.
Okay. Phenomenal Women is a ministry that I birthed years ago, and it provides an array of activities and events. One of the primary events for Phenomenal Women is that we provide support to young teens, encouraging them to abstain from sexual conduct until their day of marriage. And we take them through an array of classes and social events to build their self-esteem, and it climax with a formal debutante cotillion. The purpose of this event is just to show young women in the community that they can be successful, that they are valuable, that they are strong women of the community, and they can do positive things. Not only that, we do an array of, as I stated earlier, an array of things such as we have a retreat every year for women all over the community to get away and just refresh themselves. So we're involved in the community. We do things with the homeless as well. We call it taking it to the woods. We go to the woods and feed them. Not only do we feed them, but we clothe them and give them, as we say, the coats off of our back. If they need coats, hats, shoes, whatever. So we just want to be involved. It's a ministry involving the families as a whole, ensuring that the needs of the community is met on a daily basis.
I like that. That's awesome. That's awesome. So Freewill Ministries, everyone, is putting on 50 Shades of Pink, a luncheon and fashion show. And that's coming up in October. In fact, let me pull that back up here. That's coming up in October. Oh, where's my poster at? That's October 15th at 11 a.m. October 15th at 11 a.m. This is going to be held at Freewill Ministries, and that address is 836 West Michigan Avenue. 836 West Michigan Avenue is the location. And what's the website for Freewill where people can find more information about that? How do people contact Freewill Ministries to find out about the fashion show? Maybe they even want to be in the fashion show. Maybe they just want to come and grab some dinner, some lunch, and actually, just let me just watch the fashion show. Let me support. How do people get in contact with you to find out more information to do that?
They can always, of course, call the church 494-850-494-2442, but our website is freewillministries.org. The tickets are available on Eventbrite. The tickets are $20, so they can go to Eventbrite and purchase their ticket, as many tickets as they would like to purchase. Or if they know of a person who is being honored or modeling, they can also purchase tickets from them. But if you're going to purchase tickets, do it quickly, because our event is coming up on this Saturday at 11 o'clock.
This Saturday at 11 o'clock. Wow, time flies by fast. So make sure you get those tickets now. Support a ministry that is supporting you, supporting women, and trying to find solutions to advance the cause of health in the community. So with that being said, Ms. Jones, let us introduce our guests that we have with us. How do you want to bring them in? What do you want to bring up to talk about?
Well, I'll introduce Dr. Catherine Powell, first of all, who is a longtime friend of mine, a dear friend of mine and previous colleague. Dr. Powell has experienced breast cancer twice. So therefore, I know that she is familiar with the subject matter, and she can share an array of knowledge regarding breast cancer awareness. Now, she may not go into all the details of what she's going to talk about on Saturday, because she is our speaker, our guest speaker for Saturday morning. But she might give us a few highlights.
Just a few highlights
of what she would like to share on Saturday. And then we also have Ms. Tawana Cooper, who is also a long time friend of mine. And I'm just delighted to have her to be a part. I call on her occasionally, her wisdom, her knowledge, her education. And she is in the medical field and has been for many years. So I know that she is knowledgeable of this subject matter. I asked her to come and speak. She said, this is not my area. However, she has left the women's area and advanced to, I'll let her tell you the area that she's working in. But she is very medically, so I know that we will receive a lot of information regarding women's health and breast cancer awareness.
Awesome. So look, if y'all have questions, if you're in the chat, do me a favor. If you're watching this live, go ahead, use some thumbs, share this out for me. I appreciate it. Everyone on this call, watching this live or watching this in a restream, I know every one of you has a lady in your life, right? And I'll just say a woman in your life, whether it was your mom, your sister, your daughter, your niece, your cousin, right? Any them, right? You have somebody in your life that is a lady, and you want to always think about that person in the best light, and you want the best for them. So share this out so that there is room to embrace and to love being aware of cancer and beating cancer in particular, right? Being proactive about it. And so if you have questions, if you have medical questions, go ahead and drop those in the chat for me. If you got a question about cancer, about any of that, I'm not saying Ms. Cooper can answer all of those questions right now, but I am saying those are questions that actually can come out in the Luncheon as well, right? And we'll see what we can do. So if you got any questions, make sure you go ahead and put those in the chat. We'll try and answer those as we're going along. And maybe Ms. Cooper can actually follow up with you if she doesn't have an answer for you today. So with that being said, Ms. Cooper, talk to us about, I know cancer is not necessarily your most immediate subject. Talk to us about what does it look like to prepare yourself ahead of time, to be preemptive when you're talking about health and being involved in that medically, right? Whether it's breast cancer or just being proactive about your health.
Well, I don't have a problem talking about breast cancer. Breast cancer is very near and dear to me. I have several family members cancer on my mother's side and my father's side, which is a risk factor. My mother just finished receiving chemo treatment, so I have been working with for chemo. So this is something that the community definitely needs. It's about breast cancer, especially when American Cancer Society says that 1 in 8 cancer. So our community definitely needs to know about risk factors. They need to know about areas that they need to, that they factors they can't change, but they just need to be proactive in making sure they do to lower their risk factors. So I don't have, this that is, like I say, dear to me.
Is it true that men can also get breast cancer?
Yes, actually, it's 1 in 100 men can get. They have pretty much the same risk factor as some women, other things that men could have that makes them at higher risk in breast cancer. Yes, they can, if they actually have family that close family members that have had breast cancer, they also are aware of certain symptoms that they need to report.
Wow. It was something that I thought that was the case, because I mean, ultimately there's vast differences between men and women, and yet men and women are almost exactly alike, right? So it's definitely something that can affect you. It's something you should definitely be preemptive and looking into, right? Taking care of yourself, taking care of your health. It's the new gold, right? Make sure you take care of your health, because if you're not taking care of your health, then we might not have you as long as you think you have for yourself. And on that note, I actually want to talk to Dr. Powell, because Dr. Powell has beat this thing a couple times over. And if you're watching in the chat right now, make sure you put beat cancer in the chat and let me know you're watching and share this out. Dr. Powell, can you talk to us about a little bit about what you're going to be talking about Saturday? Maybe just some snippets. Just what's some of the things that you may mention on Saturday? What's the inspiration behind why you move day to day, why you do what you do?
I will speak in general and talk more specific about. I can primarily and encourage having survived breast cancer. I feel like I've been dubbed, and I can draw experiences to encourage both men and women. I like the use of the word because in the diagnosis of cancer with the through so many following through with the message to get regular for myself, getting mammograms when I was advised at that time. And mammogram, although nobody in me breast cancer, and I thought that I was actually diagnosed with breast, and the first time was in, and the second time was later. So in the people, I figure people have not cancer. A lot of people don't seek medical attention. Ultimately, they decided they know because they be terrorists. Like to care for me, I can alleviate some of those fears that might prevent medical attention. It was my experience with cancer.
Mm. Speaking of a mammogram, oh, did you
Yes,
were you still
and
talking, Dr. Powell?
and when we heard of having cancer after someone died, so personally, it, it was an expectation that people who, so with my diet, it was a lot here in my discussing my experience. I could help allay some of that. Hopefully, you're able. Are you?
Yeah, Dr. Powell, I'm gonna have you write a book. You're gonna have to write an inspirational book to just put all that on paper. There was a lot. I know you were kind of breaking up a little bit, but I need you to write a book. I don't know if it's in you already, but I'm gonna need your pastors to pray over you about putting that all down on paper and actually getting that out on a book of inspiration of right going through the default motions that you normally do, but actually being able to all the advice, all the good and the bad that came along with that, and actually beating it, surviving it, and being able to praise God for it on the other side, right? But I want to go back to our nurse practitioner, Miss Cooper. So, Miss Cooper, for the mammogram, talk to me about the mammogram process, and is that kind of a same similar experience for all ladies? And also, right, as we were talking about men a little bit, I'm curious, is that the process men would also go through to actually check for breast cancer, like when they visit their normal doctor? Well, how does that process work?
Well, there's several different guidelines, but if we went with American, basically they say like between 40 and 45, you just speak with your you look at risk factors and like I told you, I have a strong family history, so since 35, I have been getting mammograms every year, and because I have covered those mammograms. But the American Cancer Society says start until 54, we do it every year. And again, now I'm saying that's the American Cancer Society get every other year. But either way you do it, 1 to 2 years, you need to make sure you're getting it. If you have any other issues within that time frame, you still need to be able to find out if you, most of the time your insurance companies don't want to pay less than a year ultrasound. And if the ultrasound shows something, then you'll get the mammogram. So if changes in your breast, whether it be change in the size, the color, like you got flaky skin or redness, any dimpling, you go, or if you have any lumps to your breast or underneath your arm, you need to call your provider. You need to be doing self-breast exams every month. So, because there's some women that have, so you would know if you were doing your self-breast exam every month. So, anytime you have any of those things, you need to go to your provider. And then they will send an order for you to get a mammogram. The mammogram, but those they can show you whether or not you have the tumor. They like a centimeter, so it's best to go ahead and go. And we know our community are like, oh well, we're gonna wait and see, and then you wait until it's, it's hard. You wait
too late.
Too late,
so
yeah.
You go do those things. Plus, there's certain things that can't control. Age, women over 50 have a higher risk cancer. Also, if you got a family history of breast cancer, if you have dense breast, that's nothing we have control over. So if you got breast, that shows up as black on the mammogram. Tumor if it's white, but if you got less fatty tissue in this dense, it'll be hard to be able to detect if you have a tumor. So those are some things. You got higher risk for developing breast cancer. You can't determine those are some things that are risk factors. But you drink a lot, that puts you at risk. Being overweight. The first thing I said was overweight, but overweight puts you at risk because the fatty tissue has more estrogen, so that more estrogen. Breastfeeding, not breastfeeding, having a baby, not breastfeeding, that puts you at risk of cancer.
Really?
So if you had your cycle early, with the menopause late, because that longer period of estrogen you have, that puts you at risk of breast. Some things that we can't necessarily control, but the things that we can control, try to, just stay healthy. If you're on hormone therapy, most times you're primary any kind of hormone therapy for menopause. But if you went to the GYN, they say yes, you can for more than 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the time that you are on that puts you at risk. So those are some things that we can control to get the mammogram. And now there's no excuse for not being able to get it. I verify that these places are open. The American Cancer Society, you can call them and you can talk to them about your lab. You can talk to them. They can tell you if you get a mammogram. Also, the Women's has a program keeping there's a number, and they just want you proof of income. Live in the state of Florida, the 3 counties with the Women's. If you there's another program for the state of Florida, which is Florida Breast and Cervical Cancer. If you do not have insurance, you can get mammograms through you in the right direction. So now there is no excuse that we are not going to get to not have these issues that we have and wait until it gets better. Like I said, I can give you firsthand. I have a cousin that waited until her breast got too far for her. She got treatments, but at the same time, you got to go. As soon as we see the difference, it would be better to go. Nothing, because there are diseases or issues that may fall into some of those that may not be cancer, but you don't want to have cancer and not be able to get treatment. Just like there's funding for mammograms, they're not going to turn you away to be treated for breast cancer because there's so many programs.
Good points. Ms. Jones.
Chris, yes. I was going to interject something right there.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm glad to want to brought that up about even costs, because a lot of times costs prevent women from going to get their exam. They say they don't have the money, but there are agencies. I'm glad you mentioned that. There are agencies out there that will allow you to get breast exams free of charge. It's just a matter of knowing where to go. And the other thing, I find that a lot of young women feel like because they're young, they don't feel like they need to have the mammogram to a certain age. But I know of one young lady at age 23 experienced breast cancer.
Oh, wow.
Age 23. And she was pregnant with her first child. So what I'm saying here is age doesn't matter. If you're a female, male, it doesn't matter. You still need to do breast exams. You need to do stuff, because you can't say just I'm going to wait until I get age 35 or age 40 and start getting my mammogram. That might be too late. And in this young lady's case, she never thought she would have breast cancer, but she had breast cancer and went into remission, and then of course it came back, and she eventually passed at a young age. So I always say age, don't let age stop you from getting those exams, those necessary exams that we need to, as a preventive measure. I think they're very important.
Miss Jones, let me pivot real fast. Let me swing back around. So when we're at this luncheon, are there going to be? So I know we're doing a fashion show and we're doing a luncheon. Is there going to be like the conversation of like how to do a breast exam? Right. Hopefully, maybe will the ladies get taught that there? How do ladies get taught like to look for that? Like, how does that come about? Like, I have a wife, I have daughters, and I know they know how to do that, but I don't know how that gets passed down. How does that get passed down? Is that something your doctor teaches you at a regular basis? How are you aware to be able to do that?
I can't really say your doctor teaches you. I'm trying to remember, how did I learn how to do a breast exam? I think my mother told me. And I know I told my daughter. I taught my daughter how to do self-breast exams, because you can't wait until you necessarily see a doctor for that to happen, But I taught her. My mother taught me. In the debutante program, we talk about these things, preventive measures. So y'all chime in, Catherine, Tawana, y'all chime in. What do you think?
Not many doctors' offices are doing that. Now, if you go to GY, may do. You have a gynecologist teaching self-breast exam. Most of the time, you go to your primary care physician list of doing to show you how to do breast exam. Now, I can say a little bit longer time. So you may have some that do that. That is, like she said, is taught at home, or if just people are online, they Google everything. So it may be just something that they Google an exam. So.
Awesome, Dr. Powell. What kind of thoughts you have around that?
I self-breast exams about cancer. Often women, they're less like regular mammograms at the time. Ms. Jones, it's my case, the part of my breast that I was wise to have cancer would have been pretty well. Fatal for me if I'd wait. I could actually feel. So I caused women not to wait until.
I hear you on that. Make sure you put all of that in that book, okay, Dr. Powell? I'm telling you.
I just haven't gotten to. So you're giving me inspiration.
Well, you're definitely an inspiration to me.
Yeah, it's much needed. And she is a writer, Chris. She just hasn't told you she's already a writer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting on the book. I'm winking, right? I hope you can see me winking. I'm waiting on the book. First copy now. I ain't got to do the forward, but I'm just saying first copies, right? Miss Jones, tell us about this fashion show. We talking about breast cancer a lot, but I want to talk about the fashion show. Like what's happening? Is this like all pink? What are we doing in the fashion show? Are we going to have colors from yellow to browns to blues, fall fashion, or is it going to be all pink fashion? What we doing with this fashion show?
Chris, this is all pink. We are pinking it out. Even those that don't own something pink, Go buy something pink.
Go find something pink. I hear you.
Hand our speaker.
Pink shoes, pink t-shirt,
Yeah.
pink
Something
pants, a pink belt, pink underclothes. I don't know, pink all the things, right? Put some pink in your hair. Put some pink in your hair. Pink dye.
It doesn't matter. Just have some pink on. We're going to pink it out. It's a semi-formal affair, so we're going to really take it up a notch this year. Yeah, with fascinators and all that good stuff. So we're going to class it up. How about that?
I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, good deal. Miss Jones, let me give you the last few words here. And then we go from there.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I am so excited about this upcoming event. I'm excited about the models being a part. They're excited. Matter of fact, they're rehearsing tonight in the next room. We also have partners and sponsors who have just been so gracious in giving us gifts, because we went to them and said that we are preparing for breast cancer awareness, and we're honoring women of the community. They didn't draw back. They brought out the best of gifts. I can just name one. Dillard's gave us a Michael Kors purse. And I know everybody is going to be pulling. Yes, right. Everybody is going to be pulling and tugging and wanting that purse. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to figure it out. But the sponsors has been awesome. Everyone who is participating, Dr. Powell, I'm looking forward to her journey because I know that it will bless so many women. I even watched her as she went through breast cancer, and I know, yes, I know some of the things that she experienced, but thank God, look at her now, beautiful woman, strong woman, and she's able to help some other women who may be going through it right now or who may experience it later. So she is the ideal person this year to be our guest speaker, and I'm honored to have her on board. I'm also honored to have Tawana Cooper, who I stated earlier has an array of medical experience, and she is not reluctant to share her knowledge with us. And I thank you, Tawana. Thank you for being a part today and taking the time out. Catherine, you as well. I know you all both are busy and we had some hiccups, but you stayed the course, and I appreciate that. Chris, back to you.
I muted myself, right? Trying to be quiet here. So with that being said, I do want to let's make sure we tell everyone. So all of you who are watching online, make sure you share this out. I'd appreciate that thoroughly, and I'm sure the ladies on the call will as well. When you share this out, make sure you put the hashtag Beat Cancer. And in fact, if you don't mind, I'd love to see you put Beat Cancer in the chat as well. And with that being said, I want to remind you that the Luncheon and Fashion Show for the phenomenal women, 50 Shades of Pink from Freewill Ministries, is going to be this Saturday, October 15th at 11 a.m. So we got a full spread luncheon. We've got all of the fixings and fashions. The fashion is going to be there now, right? And if you didn't know the fashion, she said all pink. This is an all pink affair. Y'all know about the all white parties. I done seen y'all at the all black parties. So now we got an all pink party. So make sure you show up for the all pink party, right? You just need some piece of pink on your body, right? So you talk about St. Patrick's Day, right? You get pinched if you don't have on some green, right? People be talking, oh, my t-shirt green, right? I ate some green beans. It's still in my stomach, right? Nah, we need to see the pink. We need to see the pink, right? So get you a pink bow tie, get you some pink glasses, get you a pink, t-shirt, right? Rock some pink socks, right? Something pink. Be at this fashion show, be at this luncheon, support the phenomenal women of Freewill Ministries, and hear this inspirational speaker in the form of Dr. Catherine Powell, and learn about beating breast cancer, being a survival, and be inspired to overcome any difficulties that are in your life now. And for those of you who've never been through a difficult season, just know that at some point in time, you're going to have a difficult season. And I think Dr. Powell can inspire you to overcome when that season happens to you in the future. Right. I'm not saying breast cancer is going to hit you. I'm just saying when you go through a difficult season, I think the words of Dr. Powell will be there in the back of your mind to inspire you to hit the next level. Ms. Jones, what is the contact information for Freewill? One more time, if you will, to let everyone know how to reach out to you and reach out about this wonderful event that's going to be hosted by Freewill Ministries.
Okay. You can contact Freewill Ministries at freewillministries.org. Phone number 850-9494-2442. You can hit us up on Facebook, Freewill Ministries 836. You can also reach out to myself on Facebook, Sharon D. Williams Jones. It's so many Sharon Joneses, but Sharon D. Williams Jones is my Facebook name. Okay, so reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you, Chris, again for this opportunity. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Tawana. I appreciate your time, your support. I really do, and your knowledge.
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Dr. Powell. Thank you, Ms. Cooper. Thank you, Ms. Jones. This is another News Today broadcast brought to you by Pensacola. Turn the rest of that news off. Turn your community up. We are right here. Plug in. Don't forget to follow Pensacola for all the latest, even 50 Shades of Pink. I should have put a pink shirt on. I don't know if I have a pink shirt. I do have a pink shirt. I think it's a red shirt that faded pink. I'm just being real. I'm being real. I think it's a red shirt that faded pink, so it looks pink. If I didn't tell you, you would just know, oh, that's a pink shirt. Look at him. He rocking that shirt, right? And I rock it proud, right? So on that note, I'm going to leave with a laugh. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are just turning in, we're talking about 50 Shades of Pink, October 15th at 11 a.m. We've got a pink fashion show as well as a luncheon and an inspirational talk from Dr. Catherine Powell. We'll see you all there. Don't forget to follow Freewill Ministries. You can go to freewillministries.org, and don't forget at Pensacola. We're going to have a wonderful day, and I want y'all to do the same thing. Peace.